It's funny. I've been with him for a long time, and I think we all see him make these incredible plays, these incredible throws. But for me, it's his ability to see the field and his true understanding and intelligence of the game of football. He goes out there and he's playing 5 different games within just the one game, whether it's he's messing with the defensive coordinator, messing with a player, a defensive line, utilizing his cadence. It's all those little things that he does, they're just taken for granted, is his ability to get free plays, his ability to get just a simple, easy play when he knows exactly what the defense is doing. It's incredible to me. Let's see something that makes... So I think here's a great one. We always look at Aaron. A lot of people always kind of associate him with a 2-minute drive, and I think that's something that's so fun about him. He loves calling it himself, especially when he sees certain things. So we're in the second quarter. There's a minute left. He's been driving down the field. And, I remember this play. He got to this one, and again, he's looking for something very specific. And when he calls a specific play, he knows where he wants to go with the ball. If he doesn't like it and the pocket breaks down or he feels like he can escape, now it's like he becomes another person. So he has this finesse, this efficiency, the timing and footwork. And if it doesn't go, he wants to hit the ball to Bobby Tonyan right here up top, and he doesn't get it, so he doesn't like it, so now he's going to scramble. And now this is where he becomes this next level player. So he can hit all the precision timing things when he wants to get to that guy, but then he can break the pocket, work out, he sees Tay, and he just feels and knows that Tay's going to stop. And if you look at this, he's throwing this ball before Tay's even turned around almost, and he puts it exactly perfect on the sideline so Devontae can catch it and we get a touchdown. But it doesn't stop there. We score a touchdown. We've got a minute left, and we get an opportunity here. Now you would sit there and say, 20 seconds, we got the ball back somehow. And with his aggressiveness and his ability to score and always want to score, now he utilizes something completely different. He's going to get up there and he's going to try to get a go ball. So he's aggressive all the time, wanting to go down the field, which scares all defenses. So he comes back, he's scored a touchdown with 58 seconds, comes right back, recognizes the defense, sees that the inside safety down here to the right over here is squeezing on Allen. So Allen holds him for just enough, and he's able to anticipate just that little bit that guy doesn't go to the numbers. He can visualize from there and knows he's got the one-on-one matchup that he wants to our fast guy, MVS, rolling down the sideline, and now he gets another touchdown with 20 seconds. So his ability to scramble, get a touchdown, and then come right back, and that precision, efficiency, timing, and being able to read that safety so fast because he didn't get into the numbers, that he knows he wastes no movements, hitches, and lets the ball fly in perfect timing and getting it up to MVS. A lot of the time he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball and when and how he's going to maneuver people. So before he even grabs the ball, he knows exactly what's going to happen across the board. He knows that if something breaks down in front of him, he can get out of the pocket. So he has this unbelievable accuracy, but at the same time, he has the ability to extend the play. So you're really never dead. You're either going to get the play that you want for the reason that you want, or he's going to be able to make something happen just because of his athleticism and his ability to throw out of the pocket.
How would you describe him as a competitor?
The guy's a killer. All he wants to do is attack. He is the epitome of an attacker. He wants to score as much as he possibly can. I know a lot of people say that, but it's in everything he does, whether we're in the meeting room, whether we're on the field, whether it's we're throwing the ball into the different, the little squares we have. He wants to win everything. And it's great because he's always practicing that and always believing in that so that when he's on the field, it never changes. So every single thing about him is about competition. Here's another one. Now we get another touchdown, and he uses another way. So one, he uses his legs. One, he's in perfect timing and efficiency, reading the safety perfectly. And now he's going to utilize his cadence. Now he gets the guy. So we have a completely different play called, but now he uses the cadence to draw him off sides, snap it. So now we're just having a free play, and he finds MVS, the speed guy, knows right where he is, what the coverage is, and gets another huge play to MVS here. I think we just barely don't get in. But again, he gets these 3 explosive plays, all 3 different ways, all in the same game.
Why do you love coaching so much, and what drives you every single day?
This is the best sport in the world, in my opinion. I mean, it's unbelievably competitive.
While new additions make themselves at home in Florham Park, the mentality inside the walls has never wavered, and the climb to become one of the league's best has been fast and furious.
Sound speeds.
Guys good?
Good. When you think back 2 years ago when you guys first started building this thing, how far has this roster come, and can you kind of talk about the transformation to be in this position you guys are now, ready to compete?
My glasses and without my glasses.
You want? All right.
Am I,
Just chest up, so you're just looking towards me.
A whole bunch of different faces right
And are we flexing or not?
Do what you like.
No.
We're only gonna use one when you're not flexing.
Tiny bit.
It's unbelievable how far it's come. The synergy that Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas have is it's the best in the business.
I mean, it's incredible. Not only have we brought in new talent and improved players, but we brought in guys who love football, who want to be in this building, who are working in the weight room, who are out there perfecting their craft. You need talent, but that's not enough.
hey, let's do it, man. Get up.
Well, it's changed a lot, and there were a lot of good players on the team even before we got here. I think one good thing that our organization, starting from the top down, had built and brought in the players that are specific for what we're asking them to do.
I would just say it's a giant collaborative effort between Joe's staff, Rex, Chad, Greg, all those guys up there that really put in all the hours to prep and really, give information and acquire information, and then for us as a staff to try to work with them, and even when we don't see eye to eye on everything, like coming together and making a final decision that's right for the team. That's ultimately what it's all about. Is we just got to make the right decision for the team, not who's right, but what's right. Everybody's got their position profiles and how to fit within a scheme, but they have this dedication that they never relent on as far as getting guys in this building that are high character, high football character, and that love ball, and it's really cool.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. What does he do for everybody that comes in the building in terms of raising the expectation level for every single person, every single staff member?
Well, obviously, his resume speaks for itself. When you get a high caliber player like that, especially a high caliber player like that that's going to touch the ball every down, it gives everyone a sense of security. You always feel like you have a chance, no matter what.
When we got him, it's like, what are we getting? I know we're getting a great player, I know we're getting a great quarterback, but who's the man? And he has blown me away in that way. His commitment to learning this game and teaching this game to his teammates is unlike anything I've ever seen. His commitment to know every person in this building, from the second floor to the third floor, to the training staff, to the equipment, to everybody, because he has such regard for everybody within the process of getting right. And I really believe the young guys on this roster, screw it, all the guys, and the coaches included, he's going to change the trajectory of a lot of careers, because he's going to show these guys what it looks like to go to a different place regarding your work, your process, your preparation, all of it. So he's a guy that's going to help us win immediately and help us win in the future, even when he's not here.
What's it like for you to have, you're both having this fresh start in New York. What's it kind of like for you to reunite with him, and as you guys kind of start this next chapter together?
I mean, I look at myself as such a lucky man. I mean, I've got an amazing family, amazing friends, and then at the same time, Now I get to go to work and be a football coach, and not only be a football coach, but coach a guy like Aaron Rodgers, a guy that I've gotten to know over time, that I respect so much as a man, a guy I respect just as a player in all aspects. So to be able to do this, the past is in the past, it's gone. You learn from the past. Both of us have over our long careers, and it's just, you just appreciate every moment you have with them. Just the conversations about football, about life, all those things that it's a fresh start at a new place, but it's not a fresh start with us. And I think that's something that is so comforting for us to be able to have those talks, the communication that we have, and it's just feel very lucky to be able to be with him.
For Nathaniel Hackett, a new home brings plenty of familiar faces, but at the forefront, it's an opportunity to take the Jets offense to the next level in 2023 and beyond.
Coming to the Jets, I think, was one of those things that I was very excited about, mainly because of Robert Saleh. He's a guy that I've known for a long time. We worked together, and to be able to be with a guy like him, somebody that I respect, care about, it was just an unbelievable opportunity, especially for me, having being here in the past with my father. Having him be the coordinator here, I think it's an honor to ever work anywhere your dad has, especially with the success that he had, to try to continue that and take it to the next level. There were so many different things besides those, just the family area. I know my family was excited to get here, and the schools and the sports. There were just so many different things that kind of led me and my family to become a New York Jet. I'll tell you, I've been in a lot of systems, and within all those systems, I think it's great because you get to keep learning new things and new ways to do things, new things that other systems have done, coaches have done, and you get to learn the whys. And I think as you go through your career, you take all that knowledge that you get. Instead of being kind of just in one system my whole career, I was able to take different pieces from all of them and build a special one just for the New York Jets with Aaron and this whole team. So I think that's something for me that's so important, to have the knowledge of all the systems, take all the goods, the understanding, be able to teach the guys through a true progression of how you teach, just like if you were teaching mathematics in school. So you just take all those pieces and build nomenclatures and verbiage and all these things so it makes sense to all those guys, and kind of take out those things that might not have made sense throughout my time in all the different systems, and kind of build that one super system. For us, we want it to be explosive. I think that's what everybody comes to the games for. You're so excited to see those big plays, but within that, we still want to be efficient. So there's always that fine line of trying to get the ball down the field, trying to get an explosive run. You always want to be sure you're taking care of the football, so we want to be smart that way. And but we're always looking for that explosive play. That's the most fun thing about this game. Watching Aaron throw the ball down the field, or those running backs pop through a huge hole and go for a long run like they did a couple times last year. And we want to continue that, but at the same time, still be efficient and get positive plays. Ryan, how'd I do? Good. Felt really good.
In 2004, the Jets selected wide receiver Jericho Cotchery in the 4th round of the NFL Draft. The NC State product battled his way up the depth chart, earning a starting role by his 3rd season. Cotchery played 7 seasons for the Green and White, with his best coming in 2007, when he had over 1,100 yards receiving. Piecing together the Jets' offseason puzzle began with adding firepower to the offense.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. How's it going?
Need some pizza.
Yeah, you ready to order some?
Ready.
What you like?
What do you recommend, first of all?
I like the buffalo chicken.
Buffalo chicken?
Buffalo chicken for sure.
Okay.
Or the margarita is very good.
What's this right here? Some sausage?
That's gonna be a sausage pie. We have pepperoni. This is a grandma. And down below we have a margarita. But if you like a little spicy, I would go with the buffalo.
Can I do one?
Absolutely.
One chicken and one
sausage.
Yes, sausage.
You got it.
Truthfully, the last few months have been a whirlwind, you know. Being undrafted and everything, you're really just working to get to that second contract. And when you get to free agency and everything, you're just sitting there in no man's land, not really knowing which direction, where you're gonna end up at. You're gonna have preferences, you could have idealistic locations, but rosters, teams' needs, teams' wants have to fit your position and play style as well. Personally, going into this offseason, you know, New York was definitely highlighted as far as a place that I wanted to be. From the culture, the food, the diversity, the people, the fans especially. Knowing that if you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere, you know, I kind of looked at it as a challenge.
Alan Lazard's rise to the Jets has been meteoric.
Touchdown, Lazard! On the fake, Rodgers going for the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown! He's got it, still on his feet. Lazard makes a move, diving for the end
The
zone.
former undrafted free agent entered the offseason as one of the hottest wide receivers on the open market, on his way to the green and white.
The first time it really hit me, honestly, was when that signing bonus hit. When the signing bonus hit, I was like, man, this is actually real. Like, I made it to the second contract. You know, I'm in a new city, new team, familiar faces, but a completely different environment. And so putting on that Jets uniform for the first time, or practice jersey, and really just starting OTAs yesterday when I was able to put on my helmet and everything, just be out there on the field with the guys, it just finally like kind of sank in that, you know, I'm a New York Jet. I didn't want to go to a team and rebuild. I didn't want to go to a team and just be okay with finishing high in our division. You know, I wanted to go to a team where I could compete to win conference championships and Super Bowls. And winning here is, I don't think there's any better place to win. Fans here, like I said, are crazy. It's really the passion that they have for the team, the love that they have to support you and everything, that makes me, as a player, you know, proud to be able to put on that uniform, proud to put that helmet on that says Jets, because I know I'm representing more than just me and my family. I'm representing the city and everyone here in New York. Aaron's been rejuvenated, you know, being in a different environment, different city, different challenge. He's one of the most competitive persons I've seen, not just on the field, but off the field as well. In the classroom, we're playing ping pong, we're playing Go Fish. Like, he's an ultimate competitor out there. And seeing him in Green Bay and then seeing him now here in New York and everything, I've seen that look in his eyes kind of come back. If anything, I think it's, you know, he's probably even hungrier than he's ever been. And I'm expecting the Super Bowl. You know, I'm not afraid to say that. That's something that I've been starving for, to be able to get to that big dance, to be able to play in it and to be able to hold that trophy at the end of the day. But in reality, we're focused on getting better every single day. You know, we can't win the Super Bowl today. We can't win game one today. You know, and we understand it's a process and it's a marathon, not a sprint. With getting new coaches, new teammates, including myself, we have to focus on building that chemistry, building that bond with each other, so that when we go out there, the 11 guys on the field are all working together and are in sync, and that we can all play together as an entire unit out there.
For the Jets to contend in 2023, they'll need to be firing on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. The defense is looking to build on a dominant 2022 season after rising to become one of the best units in the league.
All right, Rudy, now that you've had time to reflect, how would you sum up the 22 season for the Jets?
Unfinished business. I mean, we were close in a lot of games, but nobody wants to finish the season on the outside looking in. And we've had an awesome offseason so far, thinking about finishing what we started last year.
On that talented Jets defense.
This is the best defense Aaron's ever played with.
Things are difficult before they come easy. All right, so going through those tough times, they build character, all right, because they make you cherish those other moments.
They think they're a Super Bowl team. They got a lot of things that are Super Bowl caliber.
From a defensive perspective, I thought there was a lot of growth. We got to a place where there was some real trust, there was some real connection between the fellas that manifested itself on Sundays as we improved as a defense.
To give Robert Saleh and the coaching staff credit, being able to come together, bond, and see the chemistry.
You can fall back on the memory of what it could have been, all right? And we never want to have a fear of regret. We want to make sure we spill everything out.
We know their defense is real.
Energized, offended, and talented.
When you're not in the playoffs, it hurts because you put so much into it, players and coaches alike, and it was frustrating. And hopefully it's something that doesn't happen anymore around here for a long time.
Sauce Gardner made All-Pro as a freaking rookie. They were a top 5 defense last year. They're only gonna get better.
What was the key to kind of making that jump and becoming an elite defensive unit?
Well, drafting Sauce Gardner helps.
He knows what he has to do to get better. And he did obviously a pretty solid job last year. But talking to him and watching some film of him, he knows how much better he could be. All right, and one of the things that we talk about is people think they know who you are as a player. They think they've seen what you can do, but really they have no idea. He has all those tools. All right, we're excited about his growth from year 1 to year 2. Excited. Let's go. Let's go.
And the Defensive Rookie of the Year award goes to Sauce Gardner.
Can you give me a couple of words to describe Quinn Williams?
The best D tackle in football as of today. He's the guy that can act. He's a game wrecker in the run and pass game. That's just so rare.
By far the most coachable top 5 pick I've ever been around. The guy's hungry for information. He wants to do it right. He wants to do what's best for the team. When that dude gets on the field, you know, he turns into a different person, and that explosive, nasty power that he has, it really shines through it.
People throw that term around, generational talent, way too often nowadays. I think he's a guy that absolutely embodies that, though. I feel very fortunate that he's on our side.
Quinn Williams for the Jets, 50 pressures, 26 quarterback hits combined with his 12 sacks. Just affects the play. Another game record, knows how to crank it up.
Not only have we brought in new talent and improved players, but we brought in guys who love football, who want to be in this building.
When we played the Jets first game of the year, we knew they had a good defense and they had a good team all around. And we was like, okay, these guys can be deadly for sure.
You need guys who love ball, want to be around each other, and great human beings. And I'd add to that the guys who are here, it's incredible to see their improvement.
I just had to get back, honestly, by all means. So that was just like my top priority, being a Jet.
We're a top 5 defense. I feel like we could be number 1. We can be.
I think adversity, pain, failure, that's when you take that hard look at yourself. You force yourself to grow and evolve and become something better than you were.
Under pressure, lost the football, he was sacked, it's scooped up by Quinn Williams. The Jets
Anytime a team or a person faces adversity, it can go 2 ways. You can either lay down, or you can either respond and build from it. And I think some of the things that we went through last year, we're responding to already, and I can see us building off of that from last year.
Yeah, what's the next step for that group as you guys look to take for another round?
Win more games. Whole team's a 0. If they don't score, they can't win.
Here's Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver. Under some pressure, throws to the near sideline, and it is caromed and intercepted. Michael Carter got the pick on the carom.
There's a lot of plays that we had last year that were solid or good plays that could have been great. And we got to find a way through our preparation, through our mental, through our physical, through everything that we're doing to find 6 more inches. That's where you got to take the next step. Like to be feared in this league, those big plays got to come, and it's really 6 inches.
Takes the snap, another handoff to Etienne. Bounces it right, gets to the goal line. Is he short? He is.
We got to live it every day. We got to finish everything that we do. We got to finish meetings in the right way. We got to finish walkthrough in the right way. We got to finish practice in the right way. Their lifts, their nutrition, you just got to check all these boxes every day, and you do that enough, you create this consistency in your preparation that ultimately manifests itself to being able to finish on Sundays.
There's unfinished business out there. We felt like we were close last year, but close just gets you a chance to sit on the couch and watch the playoffs. We don't want to do that. We got a team of really good dudes, really good people who want to hoist that trophy together.
prior to the 2010 season, the Jets added star power to the backfield, signing Chargers' all-time leading rusher, LaDainian Tomlinson. The veteran rushed for over 900 yards and 6 touchdowns in his first season in New York. LT was a leader in the locker room and helped the Jets reach their second consecutive AFC Championship game.
Ain't no tomorrow. Together. That's how we gonna do this. Together. We came here together. We gonna lead together with a big.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm good. You too. You too. Morning. Morning. Oh, me. Yeah. What's up, man? What you?
All right, good morning. It's time to rewrite our story. Guys, we got that wall. It's going to stay up for the rest of the offseason. We got that wall. We're writing our story. It started when the season ended. A lot of you guys were in here at the end of the season. A lot of you guys are new, all right? At the end of the year, did any of you guys remember what we said this whole thing was going to be? Finish. Finish, all right? The last 6 games of the year, we didn't finish. All right, we lost 6 in a row. And you said when we stood up here at the end of the season, we said that everything we do from that point on is about finish. All right, whether it was January, February, March, now we're in April, it's about finish. It's about finishing your JOTs, it's about finishing your workouts, it's about finishing everything we freaking do. And the challenge in 2023 is to finish the wall. Finish the wall. Guys, it's supposed to hurt. You gotta trust your coaches, trust us, and that we're gonna make sure we manage the load when we need to manage the load. But this time of year, it's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. You can't treat this like a country club. Make it hurt, push each other, all right? Push one another to find that extra rep. Push one another to find the extra step in your burst. Push one another to do just that much more, all right? Every single day, just do a little bit more. Push yourself and make that hurt. And every morning, you regen, you take care of your body, and you resharpen, and you go through pain. And I promise when training camp hits, we'll make sure we manage you to make sure we get you to Sunday. But right now, guys, it's about sharpening our skills and operating in a way that gets to our best every single freaking day. You guys good? Yes, glad y'all back, man. All gas?
Great. Everybody got the quarterbacks for special teams.
Obviously, the way we finished the season, those last 2 games, especially where we were trying to fight and give everything we had to make that playoff spot. Technically, the season was a failure. We didn't make the playoffs. But individually, I had a really good year, made All-Pro, Pro Bowl. So I just took everything with stride and, just really appreciative of, really being in this position. Coaches and the organization, allowed me to, be on the field and be who I am. And the main reason for me getting to where I was, with my coaches and my teammates. So, I always give credit to those guys first.
While the outcome of the season wasn't what he wanted, team captain C.J. Mosley still put together his best individual campaign as a Jet, earning All-Pro honors.
Hey, bring it in, bring it in. Woo! Let's go! Today is the day. You feel me? Today is the day, Mosley, any day. We gonna climb the hill today, and ain't nobody gonna stop us. You feel me? Go look at the scoreboard. When you down, when you tired, you look at your brother. I got your back. I got your back. That's what we need every day, every play. And we go ahead, man. Let's bring it in.
Pushing up, C.J. Mosley was right there to lower the boom on James Cook.
Simeon gets intercepted. C.J. Mosley, the captain. What a season it's been for Mosley.
He's a warrior. That's how he plays the game. Yeah, I love how CJ plays.
C.J. Mosley bringing the thunder.
And Here's C.J. Mosley to bring down Nick Chubb for a loss.
Going to be brought down by C.J. Mosley, the Pro Bowler for the Jets.
What a big-time play by Mosley. It's feeling great, man. Transformation, appreciate you for keeping this thing going. We got a long way to go, but we're going to keep going.
We had a really good year compared to 2021. So, what was our next step? 21, we was kind of learning everything, kind of really filling out our personnel. 22, everybody was together for 2 years. We kind of understood the defense. Now, middle of the season to the end, we really felt like we was clicking a lot, and we really saw how offense was trying to attack us as a defense. So now for 23, how can we get better? Because we stay the same, we won't get better.
All right, let's work, man. Trying to make our own noise. Let's go, G. Trying to make our noise. Hey, good communication on that last one.
I've been really trying to unlock this defense going into year 3. Coach Rudy and obviously Brick, they gave me the keys to the defense.
That's all they're trying to do, just put our eyes. Let's keep talking. Hey, we got to relate to the outside. You got to make sure y'all get it.
For me, I'm just trying to take my play and my mindset. Just can I just take one little step just to put me in that right position? And for me, I just gotta try to make those plays and be in better positions that I were last year.
Every play we bring that. Yes, sir. Every drive we bring that. Yes, sir. Every time it's gonna be on us because we the better. Yeah. Talk with your hat today. That's all I want to hear.
To achieve the results you want, it doesn't happen on game day. It happens today. It happened yesterday. It happens tomorrow. It happens with every breath you take in terms of how you're preparing to achieve and keep that positivity rolling.
All we need is each other today. Look at your brother and tell him I got your back today, man. I got your back today. I got your back.
Can't hop and skip without walking first. So really just taking it one day at a time. You don't want to look too far ahead. We just finished up OTA number 2. So, how can we get better from that first day to the second day, so on and so forth. Just taking small steps to just better craft our game and be more precise.
We need to be intentional, and everything we do needs to have a purpose and an intention.
It's going to be amazing. This first game, Monday night. Everybody already know who's getting introduced first, so I can't wait to just hit a crowd. Just having the city behind your back, man, that just says a lot. When we was winning those games at the end, all you heard was the Jets fan, and as an opponent going into somebody else's stadium, that's what you love to hear at the end of the game. So you hear those JTX chants, and that just gets you going no matter what. Just to say those words, content for a championship. Not every team and every player get to say that every single year. I've been blessed to be in this league going for 9 years. And every single year it wasn't a chance to win a Super Bowl. It wasn't a chance to be a playoff team. So just to see us grow from 2019 to 2023 now, man, it's been a process, but it's been fun to be a part of. At the end of the day, when you deal with those tough losses, you deal with that adversity, in the building, outside the building. When things get tough, when you get on the road, it's just you and your brother, and that's it. And when you have those kind of players, those kind of people, those kind of men and women around you in the building all the time, that builds that family bond. And when you're tired in the fourth quarter, when you're hurting, or your shoulder messed up and you feel like you can't do it, you think about your brother, you think about their why, and that makes you want to stay out there and give it all you got.
They're up 2-0. They're going to Miami, and they're still dogs. The analytics give the Celtics the advantage. Don't let that
Ascension. The climb to becoming elite.
The heights that you could potentially reach. I'd rather have that. I would rather take that shot.
Rising to the game's highest level.
You haven't even put on a Jet uniform yet. You already feel a little bit of pressure?
Well, pressure just makes you go all the more. I kind of like pressure a little bit.
The pursuit of a championship.
This season, you remember the resiliency. You remember the adversity that you went through before the confetti falls.
It all starts with a dream.
Okay. Get them offers. Okay. Get Ross State.
I feel you.
Go to the pros. It gives me a good chance to go to the league, which has been a dream of mine since I was young.
A goal to be great.
That's something I've been thinking about. I was 6 years old. Something I've been thinking about since I was a little kid.
A competitive fire.
What do you think the scouts have been seeing when they go back and look at Jermaine Johnson on film?
A problem in a good way.
A drive to win.
It's the top of the mountain in my sport, my profession. It's what you dream about as a kid. You think about in high school, junior college, D1, getting this opportunity. And what would you do?
The great champions, whenever you talk to teams that win championships, the common denominators, they talk about how great the locker room was.
I'm definitely blessed and honored to be here, to be a part of the Jets organization.
The New York Jets select Quinton Williams.
J-E-T-S, Jet.
A lot of new blood, a lot of promise for these New York Jets. What are you going to bring to this team?
And it's like I was on a roller coaster. Just excited to get to New York tonight. So I'm excited.
JUCO, baby. JUCO bound right here.
For the 23 Jets, it's all led to this. It's time to fly.
Let me tell y'all something. You got season tickets already? The New York Jets could potentially win it all.
He's a big game player. Yeah. And the bigger the game, the bigger the moments, the bigger he played.
If everything comes together here the way they planned it, what is the ceiling of this team for 23?
Watch out.
Play fake here, though. Rodgers going for it all, looking to bring it over. He's got it! Lazard! Gonna go! Rodgers, same side. Will take a deep shot. Separation! And the catch made by Garrett Wilson. They picked up Mosley. He'll take it in. Makes the miss. Turns on the afterburners. He's gone. Hit as he throws. The ball is free. He could not get past Jermaine Johnson. Ball running free. Brees Hall inside the 10.